You all are going to have a great time doing this project. As you can see, I've got a little bit of a mess here. We just talked about our new artist of the month. His name is Jim McKenzie, and he used lots of texture in his sculptures, and you were able to experiment using the treasures. And so what we're doing today, you all have already drawn. I had you sketch and draw a owl for me earlier, and to see how you could do. And I have stencils that are here. So don't be getting a little overwhelmed. And if you ever don't want to use the stencils and you want to just draw your own, that is totally fine. These are old manila folders that I cut up and use as stencils. As you can see, the body of the, and I don't have anything glued down because I've just been here experimenting and playing with this. The body is going to have texture. And I put texture on the wings. And I wasn't finished. I wanted to go ahead and get this started, get it set up. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose your texture. And you're not going to do this on this black piece of paper, but this is what I have here. And like I said, nothing's glued. And you choose which one you like from the texture things that we had. The only ones I would not suggest, obviously don't use one that has a bird or something like that on there. I will not have those set out. But you choose what you like. And maybe you want to have a different combination of them. And you're going to put this on the bottom, your paper on top. This is thin drawing paper, and everybody's going to have a white body. Then remember, we choose the naked crayons. You choose what color you want, and then you're going to start rubbing on the edge. And what you're going to do is you want to fill the entire paper filled up, because you're going to cut out the pattern and you're going to lay it on top. So you want to have the whole thing covered in texture. Now, I talked to you this before when you were doing your books. It looks a lot cooler if you bring in two different colors. So I would encourage, that means if it was me, to really, oh wow, now you can really see that pattern, to really make this vibrant and stand out, I would use at least two colors. I'm going to come back in and do another one. Pink, you can't really see the pink. So for time's sake, I'm going to set this aside, put my little pattern thing back. Then I would turn this over. So turn it over, you've covered the whole thing with texture. Take my pencil, hold it in the middle. See, I have it right on the edge, so I don't even have to draw that line. Go all the way around, move it around. And I'll have these cut to where you will not be wasting a lot. If you turn it over, see how the pattern's on this side? The reason why I have you turn it over, because then you will not see your pencil lines. And this is a paper collage. And I chose owls. I like to do owls with second grade. Mrs. Milligan loves owls. And I always do, I like to do collages too. Collages is where you build something with paper and you to make a picture. And now see how I don't have enough texture here? This is why I would really encourage you doing it. I'm going to go back in and add a little bit because it didn't get around the edges. That's why I want you to go all the way around the edges. So now I have my owl body. The next thing that you have after your owl body, and if you want to have a giant branch that goes all the way across, I just cut this out of scrap paper. There's going to be, we have scrap paper boxes. I'll have stuff on the back table. You can go choose whatever color you want. But you will also have a pattern for doing a wing. I chose red. If you want to choose green, any colors that you want. And so that you will do two of those. So if it was me, to save time, what I did, and you can barely see the little scraps, I folded the paper in half. Because if you fold it in half, and we wouldn't want to do this right in the middle because that would waste that paper. So you could fold it in half, fold and massage and crease. We've been doing that. Set that on there. Now, do I need the rest of this paper? No. So cut that paper, put it back in the scrap box. Then the same thing. I have it folded, okay? So when I cut it, now, like I said, you're going to be doing this on your desk. I don't have space here for the video. So you're going to trace over it. It's folded, and then you're going to cut. And I've also talked to the little ones. We nibble, nibble, nibble. and turn. Nibble, 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 and turn. And your scissors are sharp. Nibble, 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 and turn. Nibble, nibble, nibble. That just means teeny little cutting. And I have a poster that has the little fish. You think about a goldfish. Now I open it up and I have two. You do not want to use the side up that has the pencil mark, okay? So now I would turn this over and I would choose any kind of pattern you want for the texture. Set it on there. Please be aware we don't want to get crayons on these if possible. I choose green, okay? Maybe there's a crayon in here that's tiny. The crayons that are shorter, got to hold on to it. See how that one's trying to escape from me? And then you're going to bring in your texture on your wings. Then I still haven't glued anything, have I? So I'm getting all my stuff prepared. You can put all of these in your sketchbook, and I can give you a paper clip for if you don't get this done today, because you probably won't. This is going to take a couple classes probably, because I'm going to have these videos to show you. So I put this back here, and I'm setting and building up my owl. So now if we look over here, I have a beak. Well, I have a little template that you can use. You don't have to. A beak is just a triangle. I want to talk to you about something though. You see how this is under? So you're going to build this up and then glue it. So I don't want to put my beak on top of my eyes, or you can. It's up to you, whatever you choose. I have googly eyes. I have different kinds of googly eyes. You don't have to use googly eyes. This is a circle pattern that I have. I want to show you this here. I folded it in half, traced it, cut it. That's the outer circles, okay? Then I have another pattern. You can choose what color you want. Same thing. Fold your paper, trace it, do it on the edge so we're not wasting it, okay? If you have tiny little pieces, I would rip this, throw that in the recycling bin, and you could still use this piece over here. Just be aware of taking care of what we have and not being wasteful. And I also have recycling buckets. The blue ones will go at your table and you can just put those on there. So still have not glued anything. This is kind of like the brow of the owl. You can have all kinds of textures. This should be really fun. So then I would choose another one. Maybe I want to use this one. Okay. Once again, set it on here. Choose your color and hold on to it tight, and then you're going to have your texture. Oh, this one is really pretty. I like that. So hold it on there, do your texture thing here, okay? And then you're going to have all your pieces together, and like I said, we can get clips. You're going to have layers of your eyes. The last thing would be to glue your googly eyes down if you want a googly eye. And we have a branch. So you can choose if you want to put a tree in here, a branch. I would suggest a branch. If you want to cut some leaves, get some, I don't have green right now, but I would fold this over. Do you have to trace it? No. And a leaf is like in a tear shape. Okay, so like I said, I would choose green, but I have yellow back here. And you could build on, you could put some berries, build onto your branch. I also have, you can use a crayon, but I have one per table. These are nice. You can add that texture to your branch to where it looks like a tree. So you're going to practice. You can do as many owls as you want. Texture is what we're talking about today.